Welcome back to the GDFL Netball Show. We'll go through the games from last week, and joining us on the panel we have back is Fiona Neal. Good morning, Fiona. Welcome back.
Good morning, Rad.
Yay, welcome back. How was the trip?
Fantastic. I tell you, it's
You look nice and tan.
I am. It's mighty chilly back here, though. I tell you, I struggled with last week's game.
This morning's chilly. And of course, joining us back again is Donna. So good morning again, Donna.
Morning.
Our first game that we'll chat about is Werribee Central's 52 defeated Inverleigh 30. Ladies, what's your thoughts on that one?
Look, I think again, this is Werribee just showing their strength, and they're going to be sitting on close to top on the ladder, and I think they're second at the moment.
They are,
And I know that Inverleigh are just outside the top 5 at the minute, and I guess this is where you're seeing the difference between the really top teams to the people just outside. And
I think we've got to consider too, Werribee Centrals did have some of their top players out. So
did they?
Yeah. So you can imagine if they had have had all their players in.
So look, I think Inverleigh probably gave them a bit of a run for their money. Like 22,
I'm sure they would have,
22 goals isn't, an absolute thrashing, which
No,
some other teams
they would be,
have had. And
I'm sure they'd be pretty happy with that.
They should be happy with that, but I know that that's where they've got to raise themselves to be up there in the next few years, and I'm sure that Inverleigh will be. They've still got some really young good young players and some talent there. So
I think unfortunately Nicole White got fairly badly hurt in that game, and knee. She went down, and
So that was the first quarter too, wasn't it? Was it the first quarter?
No, I don't think it was first quarter. I think it was later in the game. But yeah, that's a bit of a shame for Inverleigh losing Nicole White, who's just a brilliant player. Next one we've got is East Geelong 55 defeated Belmont Lions 34.
Another win for East Geelong here. I think it's starting to secure their top 5 spot into the finals for the end of the year.
I think so,
I think they're the quiet achievers, aren't they? Like they sort of started off really low key, but now they're finding their way, and like they're going to be a force to reckon with.
They're a good side.
To come. Yeah,
they're a good side.
Absolutely, some young'uns in their team as well with East Geelong. I think it's great to have a team with some young girls coming up and challenging.
Exactly.
But I know that they've got a hard game coming up this week today.
They have, which we'll chat about.
We will chat about later.
The next one we've got is Bellpost Hill 85 defeated Thompson 21.
What do you say? I mean, Kim Martin again. What was it? 76 goals.
Yep.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
And I think, unfortunately, Thompson, I spoke with them after the game to get their paperwork. They had some injuries, 2 or 3 injuries. So they ended up playing with 5 in the end. So tough on Thompson. But, they're keeping going, and good on you, Thompson.
Yeah, keep your head up, Thompson.
Absolutely. Keep strong, and you will fight through.
Absolutely. Look, they could still come home with a win. They're still going to play some of the lower
They've
teams
had a win?
in the second. Oh, they did against Anarchy.
Yeah, okay, we won't go on about that.
We won't talk about that
one. We won't talk about that one at all.
Next game, we've got Corio 68 defeated North Geelong 39. I was a bit surprised at that score.
I thought this game would have been a little bit closer. 2 teams that are sitting not too far away from each other, but that does surprise me. But Corio obviously hitting some form.
Yeah. I also spoke with North Geelong after the game. I went around and collected their paperwork too, and Sarah said they were a bit disappointed in that they did have some injuries and had to bring some people up from B grade. And unfortunately, Lauren Birch is still out, and they don't think she's going to play for the rest of the season. I spoke with her before last week's game at the service station actually, and she said she's very badly injured in her back. So that's a real shame for North. Yeah,
it is. It just seems to be that there's a lot of injuries going around at the moment, and sickness and illness, and it does have an impact on all the teams. I know bringing up B grade is great for the B graders. They do tend to step up, but playing 2 games can be really, really tiring.
It can, and playing a hard game. If you've got a tough team to play, it's difficult.
Right. And I think every team is feeling that at the moment, and this far into the season.
Yeah, exactly. Next game is Bannockburn 57 defeated Geelong West 31.
Yes, I was back and played.
You did play?
I did
and
play.
You played well.
Yeah, I got stuck down in the goals actually, in keeper and goal defence, and haven't been there pretty much all year. I've played more sort of wing defence and a bit of goal defence. So
what was that about?
Jancy was out sick.
She was. I spoke with her before the game. Yeah.
Sitting on the sideline with bronchitis, the poor thing.
She couldn't even speak.
And Carly Ross played the first quarter in keeper, and then she went off sick as well.
Did she? Oh.
Yes. So Jane, actually my sister-in-law, come up and played in wing defence area.
And she played a good game.
She does play a great game in wing defence, and she also played B grade wing defence.
She did, yeah.
But we also had out Jess Hayes, one of our mid-quarters, and as well as Ellie Earl, another mid-quarter. So we had a few B graders there, and they did a fantastic job.
Where was Jess Hayes? Just on that?
At her sister's engagement party.
Oh, okay, shame, because you did miss her. She's a great player.
Yeah, look,
I noticed you really missed that drive in the centre, and there were so many times that I noticed that there was no one there for you to throw to.
Yeah.
Was there? That was really where you sort of...
That is exactly where we did sort of miss that driving down the court and getting it into the shooters.
Because she's always there and to feed the shooters.
Absolutely.
And look, your shooters just didn't shoot.
No.
Well, did they?
No, and we...
Sorry, Robin, but yeah, you're normally
Sarah
on target.
Yeah, Sarah Naylor actually shot okay. She played 3 quarters in the end, but she's a bit shorter, and Robin's our tall shooter down there. Yeah, and just feeding it down to them, it wasn't working. Bannockburn girls just took advantage of that.
Oh, they're great. It was a great game, Fee.
Yeah, they were delightful to play on, actually.
Yeah, they're lovely. Bannockburn's a lovely club.
Yeah, so Jess will be back this week. Ellie Earl should be back this week, and hopefully the antibiotics are kicked in, and Jance is back. So maybe we'll have a full team back again.
Yeah. You just want to hope that doesn't go through the whole club, Fee.
Absolutely.
Have no one to play.
Absolutely. Look, it does make a difference once you've got your girls out and people are playing 2 games and whatever. But
it's a lot of clubs are in that boat, though.
Yeah, look, I think it's a shame that we're not playing Bannockburn again, because I think it would have been a lot closer if we had had our full team there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we would have beaten
them. The first quarter, I thought, oh, this is going to be really close and really good. Yeah, it was good.
And then disappointment hit, didn't it?
Not so much that. There was just Bannockburn were very strong.
Yeah.
They've got some great players.
Absolutely.
And they're going to be ones to reckon with, Bannockburn.
Yeah.
Good on you. That's great. And then they had their latest day afterwards. So next game we had was Winchelsea 67 defeated Anarchy 17. Donna, you can speak about this one.
I can talk about this one. Same as you, Fee, much the same. B graders that came up to help fill the void. They're missing a couple of A graders. And playing a full game in B grade, then coming up to play the team like Winchelsea, very hard. But credit to the girls, they did it and tried their best. But Winchelsea too big around the court, way too quick in the centre for our girls, and our goalers were a bit off. Started off well, and then I don't know whether it's the pressure or whether they lose confidence and things. They can't rebound, and there was such a tall, the goal defender.
Oh, they're tall.
Oh, unbelievable! And our goaler was like up to her shoulders, and she's we were just laughing on the sidelines because we were just going, oh my God, nothing you can do, Shane, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So, but in saying that, very strong team, Winchelsea, and
I don't know who's going to come up against Winch.
No, and
Werribee obviously yes, but gee, they're so good.
Absolutely. And, just looking at the ladder after round 10 results, you've got Winchelsea sitting out on top now.
Undefeated,
undefeated, with Werribee Central's second, Belpost Hill, East Geelong and Corio. That makes up the top 5. And looking at that, I'm sort of thinking that there might not be too much of a change to the top 5 by the end of the season.
Think so either. Thanks, girls. We'll take a break and we'll be back shortly.
We are the Raiders from all around your lawn.